Today's session, bro, is just gonna be about, bro, the shackles you put on yourself, the chains you put on yourself, believing in the world, trusting in the world instead of trusting in yourself, instead of trusting in your soul purpose and what you need to be doing. That's what today's session is about. The shackles and the chains that we put on ourselves and the limitations that we hold ourselves to. You see what I'm saying? Just because we want to be successful in the world, just because we want to be in the world. What you gonna come to understand, and what you gotta understand about this world is, nigga, this is an illusion. It will fade away. It will fade away. So with this illusion fading away, nigga, you feeding the world instead of feeding yourself, and that's what's causing you to be in this mental breakage, to allow these chains to bear down on you and shackle you down, because you're not using that free mind that you have. You're not using that free will that you have to open your mind, to open up different doors for yourself. So you shackle yourself down, feeding yourself to this world, feeding yourself to this world. And a lot of us wonder why we can't goddamn reach the goals that we want to reach, or just get to where we want to go, because you're feeding yourself to the world. You're feeding yourself to the beast. See, when they're referring to the beast, they're oftentimes referring to the world. You see what I'm saying? Because the world is the beast. That's what you got to come to understand. The world is chew you up and spit you out with ease. So you got to feed yourself. Of course, you're gonna be in mental bondage and just in shackles all your fucking life if you continue to feed the world instead of feeding yourself. And what does it look like when you're actually feeding yourself instead of feeding the world? You see, a lot of folks don't know what that is. A lot of folks don't know what that means. Right now, a lot of folks probably in their head like, what the fuck does he mean feeding the world instead of feeding myself? You feed the world. You're not doing these things because, nigga, you know this is it's for betterment of you. You're not trying to break the shackles. You're not trying to break out of the system. You just keep going to live in the system. You want to be seen in the system. You want to be glorified in the system. And if that's what you want to do, you continue to be a slave in the system. We will allow you to continue to be a slave, but you can't be around us because we're breaking those chains up. We're breaking those chains. That's something you got to understand. That's something you got to come to realize, bro. You will kill yourself and you will harm yourself feeding yourself to the world. You wonder why those shackles haven't came off you yet, because you're feeding yourself to the world. You got to change your perception of the world. You see what I'm saying? You got to change how you walk in the world. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that movie They Live? If you haven't, please go watch it. When he put on those shades, what happened? His vision changed, his sight changed. He seen the world completely different. He stopped feeding himself to the world because he realized the world wasn't doing nothing but harvesting him. You see what I'm saying? The world wasn't doing nothing but harvesting them. So you got to realize that. You got to pay attention to that. You don't want your soul to be harvested. You don't want your soul to be in shackles forever. And your soul will be in shackles forever if you continue to feed the world. You see what I'm saying? You're feeding yourself to the beast. A lot of folks, like I said, bro, they wonder what I mean by that, nigga. You will forever be in mental bondage, nigga, and shackles your life if you continue to feed yourself to the world. Stop feeding yourself to the world. You have to feed yourself. And what I mean by feeding yourself, feed yourself positivity. Feed yourself love. Feed yourself growth. Feed yourself discipline. Feed yourself all these different things that build you up instead of feeding yourself to the world. You see what I'm saying? When you're feeding yourself to the world, you tear yourself down. You killing yourself. Now you do hate your natural black hair. You see what I'm saying? Now you do feel like you need to go get a BBL or need to go do these type of things because you're feeding yourself to the world. Stop feeding yourself to the world. You're feeding yourself to the system. You got to feed yourself. You got to feed your soul. This is about your soul journey, your soul purpose. This is about your soul purpose. So if it's about your soul purpose, why do you continue to feed the world that continue to put you in shackles and chains? You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to have an open mind. They don't want you to grow. That's what you're gonna pay attention to. The world doesn't want you to grow. The world doesn't want you to know the truth, because if you know the truth, that means you can break the system. That means you can break them. You see what I'm saying? That means you don't want to rely on them no more. That means you don't want to rely on them no more. So when you paying attention to that, you gotta understand, nigga, you can't keep continuing to feed yourself to this world. You see what I'm saying? You can't continue to feed yourself to the world. You got to feed yourself so you can ascend up out of this world so you can grow. When you feeding yourself, you become lighter. You become smarter. You become more agile. You see what I'm saying? You become more vigilant because you understand. You understand, nigga, this world is the beast. This world, like I say, goddamn chew you up and spit you out like it's nothing, like it's no tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? And folks are going with their life, so you got to understand, bro. You can't keep continuing to feed the world. You have to feed yourself prosperity. You see what I'm saying? Joy. You see what I'm saying? Because the world will make you what? Envious, lustful, greedy. That's all worldly shit. That comes from living here on this world. That comes from living here on this world. And that's what a lot of us don't understand. that materialism, that greed, that envy in your heart that you have, them hateful things that you like to say, that comes from nigga this world. You feeding yourself to this world. When you get on this internet and scroll all day, you feeding yourself to this world. So now nigga, you can't get up and have the idea that you want. You want to know why? Because you continue to feed yourself to the world. You don't goddamn feed the world your positivity, your vision, your goals. You see what I'm saying? You allow the world to shackle you down. Hey, try this today. They put that shit on TV, you gonna try that shit. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand these things. Stop shackling yourself down, bro. Stop capitulating to what the world wants you to be. You gotta be what the fuck you want to be. You gotta feed yourself instead of feed the world. Cause if you feed the world yourself, nigga, they gonna, like I said, they kill you, basically. If you really want to be real, bro. So we just gotta be real with ourselves. You gotta feed yourself. You gotta liberate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then liberate the ones around you. If they're around you, they should already be liberated with you. You see what I'm saying? Fucking nobody's with you. You see what I'm saying? Because if they're gonna feed themselves to the world, let them feed themselves to the beast. They don't want to hear that bullshit. Cool. You ain't gotta hear that bullshit. You gonna suffer the consequences in the end all. You see what I'm saying? Because you were too lazy. Because you got so lazy on yourself and quit on yourself and thought life was about nothing. You thought life was about nothing, so you fed yourself to the world. You capitulated to what the world wanted. You didn't capitulate to what the Most High wanted for you, or even what you wanted for yourself. So now, nigga, guess what? Now, guess what? You fucked up. You fucked up. You may have to goddamn come back because you fed yourself to the beast. You fed yourself to the world instead of feeding yourself. Instead of feeding yourself, saying, hey, bro, this is what I need to be doing to goddamn raise my vibration, to open my chakras. You see what I'm saying? To open my third eye. You got to move accordingly, though. You may have to move about a few people motherfucking way. That's okay, bro. Everybody's not going to want to hear this information. If you stand here and you like hearing this information, that's cool. It's meant for you. If you don't want to stand here, by all means. You see what I'm saying? By all means, it may not resonate with you. That's cool. That's cool. But like I said, bro, stop feeding yourself to the beast. You got to feed yourself. Feed yourself those good dreams, those aspirations, those goals, that fire within inside of you. Feed your soul. Continue to feed your soul. Stop feeding a fucking artificial soul, which is this system. Niggas feeding an artificial soul and wonder why they ain't getting shit up out of it. Because it's artificial. It don't have a soul. Why you think it's alive and it does have a soul, it doesn't. It's artificial. It's not real. So you giving your energy to false shit, to fake things, bro. Tap in with yourself. Learn yourself. Feed yourself. Stop feeding the world. Feel what I'm saying? So I thank y'all for tapping in with me. I know it's a little short video. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. And this is never about the fucking views for me. About the like, comments, and subscribes. Because if y'all can see, nigga, I don't get a lot of them. You see what I'm saying? This really just be about the message. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whoever receives the message, whoever goddamn ingest the message and like the message and can receive the message and it gave them some sense of guidance and growth and motivation, continue to goddamn listen and continue to goddamn thrive with me and grow. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. I'm finna get up out of here. Peace.